So somebody made a good point in one of my videos that I really shouldn't be holding a camera and vlogging while driving because it's not very safe, and he was completely right. So I went out and bought like a mount so I could have my GoPro window mount on my regular camera, except I can't get it on my window because of the angle and I can't get the camera to actually look at me. But I stuck you guys to my radio and it seems like it works pretty decently. So hopefully this doesn't break my radio, or hopefully this doesn't fall and break my camera, so we can be safe now. So, I don't know if any of you guys have ever edited GoPro footage, especially in a loud car, because it's like really tough to do so because there's just so much noise going on and it doesn't pick up my voice that well. So hopefully this actually kind of works. So let's get started with this video. What is going on, guys? So I do have a couple of errands I do need to run today. So I thought it's like the perfect time to actually like record, because when I'm doing errands, I think it's a good time to talk. So in my last video, if you guys saw, I put on my side skirts and honestly I think they look really good, except for one issue that I do have with them, and I'm not sure if I can actually readjust them or not. But the next time I have like more time off, I'm definitely gonna try to readjust them because I don't like how they're fitting on right now. So the main issue that I'm having with them is that they do flare out in the back. Now, flaring out in the back, I don't think it looks too bad, but it's like bad enough to the point where my friend noticed. But then again, I also was kind of pointing out like, hey dude, look what I just did to my car, check it out. So I'm not sure if like it's a normal thing to notice. No one else has noticed that I've talked to that I told that I have my side skirts on. So I'm not sure how bad it actually is. I'm gonna show you guys in a couple minutes of what the flare out actually does look like. I notice it, but then again, every time you do a mod yourself, you're gonna notice any fault or anything wrong with it because you want it to be perfect, and when it's not perfect, you're gonna notice every little small detail about it. The second thing I really did want to talk about today though is my car is having some sort of slight issue, I believe. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear that at all. But now when I press my clutch pedal in, it does a really slight squeak. And my first reaction was, okay, well, something with my clutch is probably up and I should probably, check it out. So I looked on some forums, and the only thing I really found out was that the BRZ has a clutch squeak issue, and I'm not really sure how to fix it. I don't think it's a throwout bearing, because apparently that is another thing. If your clutch starts squeaking when you depress it, it could be a throwout bearing. So we're probably gonna have some sort of video of me figuring out how to fix this clutch squeaking issue. But if you guys have any like insight on what it could actually be, because I don't think it's my throwout bearing. I only have 22,000 miles on this clutch, which really I don't think is too much. So it's definitely don't think my clutch is going out or clutch components are going out. I just think I have a squeaky pedal. So if you guys have any insight on that, if you guys could leave that down below, that would be super dope. So it turns out I had a lot more errands to run today than I initially thought, and I was gonna do something. So this video is gonna like finish and go into tomorrow because I have to go to work now because I completely forgot what time it was and I ran out of time to do what I wanted to do today. So I'll catch you guys in the morning, and then we're gonna finish the review of the side skirts, and I'm gonna try to adjust them while I have a little bit more time before work. So I'll see you guys in the morning. So we're back for another day right now. I ran out of time completely yesterday because I'm really bad with time management sometimes. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna talk about the side skirts a little bit, but the first thing I do want to try to do is try to readjust them, because looking at them, I noticed there's a little bit of space in the front, and if I move it back that little space, it might stop the problem with it flaring out. So the fitment, I could almost guarantee it wasn't gonna be perfect regardless, because it is a replica part compared to an OEM SCI part. So I think for legality reasons, they have to make it a little bit off because that's how part companies are. So we are gonna try to adjust them today, see if I can get them a little bit more flush, because that flaring out, I don't want stuff getting in there because there's a gap there, and also rainwater can get in there, and I don't know what it could do. It could maybe rust out the paint down there. So we're gonna try to fix it a little bit, see what happens. So I gotta pull the car around. I need to find something like a brick or something to prop my car on top of, because I have a really hard time jacking up my car because it is too low for my jack. So we're gonna try to do all this right now. So this is the little gap right here that I'm talking about. And I'm hoping that if I can push it back that little bit, I can get this flare out right here to go away. So I'm gonna unbolt it from the bottom and then see what I can do. So I kind of just grabbed by the side skirt and yanked it as much as I could because this tape is 30-pound hold, so it's kind of on there really good. But I got it to be a lot more flush now. You're supposed to hold it for a little while so it kind of like cures onto there. But right now it's looking a lot better than it did. There's that minimal flare out, but I think I might try to put a little bit more tape on there and just adjust it a little bit more as I can, but I'm a lot more pleased with how this looks than it did before. So after doing what I've been doing, it is starting to flare out quite a bit again. Not as much as it was, but I think I'm gonna try to redo the entire side skirt, take it all off and retape the whole thing and see what I can do with adjustment wise, because that is not what I want, because it doesn't look good at all. It looks good to an extent, but I'm gonna retry this and see if I can't get it to be a lot more flush. Because I think right now when I'm flexing the tape, it's kind of springing back and just causing this flex again. So we're gonna try to just retape the whole thing. So I undid all of the bolts and I just kind of took as much tape off as I could and just shimmied it down and then bolted everything back up. I was holding it really tight. I don't think I'm gonna get that fitment that I wanted at all. We're getting way closer, but this tape just doesn't want to hold the way I was expecting it to hold. I'm gonna try the other tape just to see maybe if that will do something different. But right now, it's not looking very likely to get that perfect fitment that I wanted. So I think I got my fitment as close as I can to anything being slightly perfect at all. I kind of put another strip behind the wheel wells just to make it hold a little bit tighter. It turns out my passenger side was actually a lot better fitment than I realized, but I can see that a lot of the double-sided tape is actually starting to come off, which is of concern. So I need to find a better tape to use. But you can see the fitment is way better now. And then you go to the other side. It's still off, but 1,000 times better than it did look. So now the real test is gonna be driving it around, and I really need to clean the car today. So that's just what I'm gonna do now. So I'm gonna go clean the car, and then I'll give you guys the whole like rundown review of the actual side skirts then. I would be completely lying if I told you I wasn't nervous about washing my car right now. I'm really afraid what's gonna happen is the soap is gonna get into the adhesive and break it down. So this is about to be a really good test for whatever brand tape I bought. I'm pretty sure it was 3M. So if it breaks down if the soap breaks down the adhesive and makes my side skirts fall off and shatter in a million pieces, I'll be low-key upset, but I'll be pretty upset. That's kind of like, I don't like wasting money on stuff, and hopefully it goes well, and hopefully they don't break, and hopefully they don't flex more, and hopefully it comes out minty and looks good, so we can do an edit, and then I can do my like full review on them. This person just drove right through the car wash and left because I pulled up behind them. There's only one bay I can actually like fit into because the other ones are too high. I've definitely said this plenty of times before, but like she came in all crooked and then like just drove out. That was really, really weird. I think it's kind of funny. I wanted to record in this spot, and there's like these people back there in the back part of a parking lot, like doing drugs. And I just think that's funny because, like, you know, people when they do drugs want to be inconspicuous about it, and they're like in the back part of a parking lot where everyone knows that if you're in your car smoking something, you're doing drugs. So far, after the first wash and everything and driving it around, everything's staying on like I'd hope. There's some gappage we have to fix out still, I think. But so far, I'm pretty pleased with how it's looking. So all in all, with these side skirts, and this is gonna be like the main review part, if you guys are okay with some do-it-yourself and some not perfect fitment, close but not perfect fitment, I would say go ahead and pick these up. They were $150 for the pair, and I honestly don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad for what they cost and what they are. I don't know if you can make these into like a show quality piece, but you probably could if you're more handy than I am. I would say I've got like some skill, but not the most skill, if that makes sense. So, I mean, what I think I'm gonna have to end up doing in the future to make these look better is I think I'm gonna have to order like better tape or go find someone that sells better tape and then get new trim for it, because the trim on here was a complete hassle to put on. If you remember during my install video, I had a lot of trouble actually putting that on. So there's a lot of do-it-yourself stuff and you have to be kind of handsy with it, but all in all, I think they're a really good quality piece. They don't look super duper 100% amazing because it's just gloss black, but on my car, personally, I think it looks really good because of that. But on another car, I'm not sure how they would look. I'm gonna try to contact this company one more time over email to see if I can get a deal, because there's another part that they sell that I kind of am interested in. After seeing these, I think it would tie some more of my car together, and I think it would look really good. So all in all, I would order these again, especially because the other ones that I've seen either are really off or they're the STI ones, which cost a fortune. I would say go ahead and pick them up. They are based in R. If you go on their website, they're cheaper than if you got them from a third-party website that I found out. So I'm gonna leave you guys off here. So comment, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I'll keep doing you guys. I'll catch you guys next time, and peace out.